Reverse dieting is one of the most misunderstood phases in fitness. Some people think it's a magic phase, some people think it's absolutely pointless, but I feel when it's done correctly, it can be one of the most important phases after fat loss. Today, I'm going to explain exactly what reverse dieting is and why it works. And I'm going to use my client Hayley as a real life example. Hayley is currently 5 weeks post photo shoot. She's eating significantly more food. She's recovering better. She's performing better in the gym, and she is maintaining a fantastic physique. Let's start with what actually reverse dieting is. It's the gradual increase of calories after a prolonged period of dieting. The goal is to move away from fat loss calories while maintaining as much of your current physique as possible. Low calories are just not sustainable long term. And I use the phrase a lot with clients, especially, fat loss calories are not your forever calories, because they're not. It's just a phase that you're going through to achieve a certain goal. The calories that got you lean are often not the calories that will keep you performing, recovering, progressing, and building your physique. So you have to remember that when you're going through a dieting phase, things are getting hard, you have challenging days, moments where you want to throw the towel in, but knowing that them calories are not going to be forever, and knowing that it's only a certain period of time will help whilst you're in that phase. Why do we need to reverse diet? Why is it important? When you are in a fat loss phase, you reduce calories, you create more output, you are automatically going to reduce your recovery capabilities. That's a given. You are going to put stress on the body. You are going to increase fatigue. You're going to have lower energy. You're not going to necessarily be able to push it harder in your training sessions. So therefore, your training performance is going to reduce. And there's no doubt that hunger will increase. Now, you've got to remember, dieting and fat loss is stress on the body. It's a controlled and useful stress, but it is still stress. The longer someone diets, the more fatigue they accumulate, the more recovery becomes important, and it ends up being more of a stress management phase along with trying to lose body fat at the same time. So at some point, calories will need to go up to drop some of the stress in the body. Why do people respond so well? Just like my client Hayley. If you're incorporating carbohydrates back in, you're going to get more glycogen stores, you're going to get fuller muscles. More calories is going to equate to better recovery. Better recovery means better training performance. Better training then leads to better muscle retention. We pull fatigue away from the body, we pull stress down, which in turn is going to give you better mood, you can have a lot better sleep, you can have a lot more energy. All of these things accumulated together, of course you're going to start responding well. Calories don't just affect fat loss, fat gain, they affect recovery, performance, and your ability to build and maintain muscle. What we did with Hayley, we didn't just suddenly finish the shoot and say, right, off you go and eat whatever you want. Yes, she went and had an off-plan meal, but long term, that's not what we did. The key thing is that we actually had a plan in place for the following day of the photo shoot. So she knew exactly what she was doing and she didn't feel lost. We gradually increased calories. We monitored body weight. We monitored measurements. We monitored the visuals week on week. We monitored recovery and performance in the gym. And only 5 weeks post photo shoot, we're already up to nearly 2,400 calories daily. A reverse diet is not magic. Hayley has responded so well because she spent a significant amount of time pulling body fat levels down, getting into a very, very lean position. We've been digging deep for a good 4 or 5 months. Low calories, high output. I think at one point she had a good 5 cardio sessions a week. We're on as little as 1,300 calories. We then suddenly stopped that. Her body was holding a lot of stress. So because we've stopped, we've pulled back the output, we've given her more food, we've allowed that stress to drop, and we're suddenly fueling her again. She's in a very good responsive state now. She now has better recovery, she's sleeping better, her mood's better, her energy's better. And not only that, she's having stronger sessions in the gym. Now, here are some of my biggest reverse diet mistakes. Number 1, staying on fat loss calories for way too long. There is a time and place to stay on low calories, especially when fat loss is the goal. But to do it for a very, very long time, your body will just become unresponsive. And if anything, you're just going to drive up stress, which is then when your body stops playing ball with us and it will stop doing what we want it to do. Number 2, being scared of scale weight fluctuations. You've got to understand the importance of hourly and daily scale weight fluctuations and how normal it is. And once you can get your head around this, you actually see tracking your daily weight as a positive because it tells a story. We then understand why. Is it because of hormonal reasons? Is it because of you having a later meal that evening? Is it because of digestion? There's going to be so many things that affect scale weight, but understanding that that is all part of the process is a real key factor for making sure that you reverse diet properly, and knowing that scale weight is going to increase at some point. Obviously, what you don't want is scale weight to go sky high all of a sudden. You want to make sure that that is a gradual process. You run the risk of body fat levels shooting up way too fast. Mistake number 3, increasing your food without any structure and no tracking. Increasing food is a good thing when you reverse dieting, but going in with no structure and just chucking in a load of calories and getting into a surplus way too quick is not the right thing to do. And mistake number 4, continuing to chase fat loss when you know full well that recovery is more important and needed. Knowing the signs and symptoms of when to pull back, give your body a bit of a reset and then go again. If anything, that pause is going to allow you to project the fat loss even further. So the goal with reverse dieting, the goal is not to stay on the lowest calories possible. The goal is to maintain the results you've achieved, a really strong body composition, but on the highest calories possible. What you're aiming to do is keep your body composition in a very good place, but where things are responding well again, you're feeling fresh, you're feeling ready to push on. And one key thing to take away from this video is remember, fat loss is just a phase. Reverse dieting is just a phase. Building is just a phase. None of them are long-term and none of them are forever. And usually the people who do achieve the best physiques understand when each phase is needed and how them phases should look. So if you are currently in a dieting phase or a fat loss phase and you are worried about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it when you reverse out, or you are coming towards the end of a fat loss phase and you feel like your body's just not responding how it should anymore, get in touch. I will be more than happy to advise, help, support. All of the ways in which you can contact me are all on my channel homepage. Please reach out. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up on this video if you found it interesting and helpful. Please comment below if you have any comments, questions, and I will catch you on the next one.